बोलो साइड बारे सर.
ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಸಭೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯರೇ ಬಳ್ಳಾರಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಣ್ಯರು ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಮಾರಂಭಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಹ್ವಾನವನ್ನು ಮನ್ನಿಸಿ ಗೌರವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಲು ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಇಬ್ರಾಹಿಂ ಬಿ ಸೈಯದ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಹುಸೇನ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಬೊಕ್ಕೆಯನ್ನು ನೀಡುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಸಭೆಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಕೋರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಕುಲಪತಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ರುದ್ರಮುನಿಯಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಬೊಕ್ಕೆಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಕುಲಸಚಿವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಎ ಸೋಮಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರು ಬೊಕ್ಕೆಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕುಲಸಚಿವರು ಪರೀಕ್ಷಾಂಗ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಜೋಸ್ ಅವರು ಬೊಕ್ಕೆಯನ್ನು ನೀಡುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಸಮಾರಂಭಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಬೇಕು ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಲನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಮತ್ತು ತಂಡದವರಿಂದ ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತು ನಾಡಗೀತೆಗೆ ಗೌರವ
जय भारत जननीय तनु जाते जय हे कर्नाटक माते जय भारत जननीय तनु जाते जय हे कर्नाटक माते जय सुंदर नदी वनಗಳ ನಾಡೆ जय हे रस ಋಷಿಗಳ ಬೀಡೆ जय भारत जननीय तनु जाते जय हे कर्नाटक माते ಜನನಿಯ ಜೋಗುಳವೇಲದ ಘೋಷ ಜನನಿಗೆ ಜೀವವು ನಿನ್ನಾವೇಶ ಹಸುರಿನ ಗಿರಿಗಳ ಸಾಲೆ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಕೊರಳಿನ ಮಾಲೆ ಕಪಿಲ ಪತಂಜಲ ಗೌತಮ ದಿನನುತ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ಅನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಶಂಕರರ ಮನುಜ ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ಬಸವ ಮಧ್ವರ ಹರಿಹ ದಿವ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ತನ್ನ ಷಡಕ್ಷರಿ ಪೊನ್ನ ಪಂಪಲ ಕುಮಿಪತಿ ಜನ್ನ ಕಬ್ಬಿಗರುದಿಸಿದ ಮಂಗಳಧಾಮ ಕವಿ ಕೋಗಿಲೆಗಳ ಪುಣ್ಯಾರಾಮ ನಾನಕ ರಾಮಾನಂದ ಕಬೀರರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ತೈಲಪ ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರಾಳಿದ ನಾಡೆ ಡಂಕನ ಜಟನರ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ನೀಡೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಾವತಿ ತುಂಗ ಕಾವೇರಿಯವರ ರಂಗ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ವಿವೇಕರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ಅನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಸರ್ವ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ತೋಟ ರಸಿಕರ ಕಂಗಳ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ನೋಟ ಹಿಂದೂ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ ಪಾರಸಿಕ ಜೈನ್ಯರುದ್ಯಾನ ಜನಕನ ಹೋಲುವ ದೊರೆಗಳ ಧಾಮ ಗಾಯಕ ವೈದಿಕರ ರಾಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ನುಡಿ ಕುಣಿದಾಡುವ ಗೇಹ ಕನ್ನಡ ತಾಯಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ದೇಹ ಕನ್ನಡ ನುಡಿ ಕುಣಿದಾಡುವ ಗೇಹ ಕನ್ನಡ ತಾಯಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ದೇಹ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜೈ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ.
ಮೌಲ್ಯಮಾಪನ ಬೆಳೆಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಕಠಿಣ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಹಾಗೂ ಉದ್ಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ ನಾಡಿಗೆ ಚಿರಪರಿಚಿತರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ ಕುಟುಂಬದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಿಸಿದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಶಿಸ್ತು, ಬದ್ಧತೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಧೈರ್ಯದಂತ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು ಬಳವಳಿಯಾಗಿ ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವುಗಳನ್ನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸೈಯದ್ ಅವರು ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸಿದ್ದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದ ಛಾಪನ್ನು ಮೂಡಿಸಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಮೇರಿಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬಾಲ್ಟಿಮೋರ್ನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಜಾನ್ ಹಾಪ್ಕಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಿಂದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದರು. ಇವರು ಕೆಂಟಕಿಯ ಲೂಯಿಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಮತ್ತು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕರಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರು 100ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧ ಲೇಖನಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಕಟಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರ ಲೇಖನಗಳನ್ನು ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಳಸಲಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸೈಯದ್ ಅವರು ಅಮೆರಿಕದ ರೇಡಿಯಾಲಜಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಬ್ರಿಟನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂದರ್ಶಕ ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಅಮೆರಿಕದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಯಲ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರ ಈ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿ ವಿಜಯನಗರ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣದೇವರಾಯ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯವು ಇವರಿಗೆ ಇಂದು ಗೌರವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ಪದವಿ ನೀಡಿ ಗೌರವಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಇಬ್ರಾಹಿಂ ಸೈಯದ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಗೌರವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ಪದವಿ ಪ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡಲು ಮಾನ್ಯ ಕುಲಪತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಆಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Today is our guest, Professor Ibrahim Syed, and Registrar and Registrar Evaluation, and the faculty members and syndicate members, current council members, and invites. I am pleased to honor the Professor Ibrahim Syed because when we wanted to give a honorary doctorate to some persons, we have to recognize their contributions in various fields. So I heard about Ibrahim Syed when I came here because he was a student of VSKU College and he studied here and he went abroad, and at that time he was only a good academician in the radiology. Then I asked many persons here in Ballari to contact him, but I could not able to contact him in time. But I searched out that is his biodata in the email thread because it is a new university. We wanted to give him a doctorate for his contributions to science. That's why I am very happy today because he has come a long way from USA to here to take his honorary doctorate. We are very pleased to welcome to our university, and also I am very happy because he is always welfare of this society. He told me for the upcoming of this university, he is contributing 10 lakhs rupees for the various gold medals and the scholarships. I am very appreciating. I thankful to you for your enormous liberal contributions to the development of this university. Thank you one and all, because he is from abroad, but still he has a feeling that I am Indian, I belong to Ballari. That is very important. I am very happy to honor him in this occasion. Thank you.
ಗೌರವ ಪದವಿ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿದ ಗಣ್ಯರಾದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಇಬ್ರಾಹಿಂ ಬಿ ಸೈಯದ್ ಅವರು ಸ್ವೀಕೃತ ನುಡಿಗಳನ್ನು ಆಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mandra Papasamani, Professor Suresh, Professor Vijayanagara, syndicate members of the university, distinguished guests, faculty members, students, fellow Bellarians. It is with great sense of honor that I accept this humbling but yet prestigious award from the first and only university in Ballari, the Vijayanagara Krishnadevaraya University, which is here known as VSKU University. I got several honors and awards, but I deeply cherish this honor because it is rare for one to be recognized from one's own hometown. As I receive this honor, I do so on behalf of my family, my Bijli dynasty, my friends and relatives, members of my religious community in Ballari, Karnataka and India. Women have a great impact on our life, hence I am compelled to redefine Manusmriti in this 21st century. That a man is dependent upon his mother as a young boy, and his wife in youth, and his daughter in his senior years. As a Ballari Putra, I am particularly pleased to be receiving this honor from the only university established in Ballari, a center of renowned hope and optimism for people of Ballari. I am heartily thankful for that. Institutions of higher learning are not just producers of knowledge. They are also our light to guide us in this journey. While growing up in Ballari, I was craving for a university in Ballari. In the past, Ballari educational institutions were affiliated with Mysore University and later with Gulbarga University. Now I am extremely pleased to note that there are over 3 dozen colleges in Ballari district affiliated with the Vijayanagara Krishnadevaraya University. The knowledge of this VSKU University produces for society should serve as a roadmap in the journey, which is full of challenges facing the people of Ballari and the state of Karnataka. The first will be known as the Vijayanagara University. The second will be known as the Tipu Sultan or Maulana Azad or Sir Syed University. And the third will be called University of Honorary or Honorary. Education should remain a priority for the people of Ballari and indeed the world. Not a single nation shall prosper without education. We should ensure that education is used as a tool for development. Vijayanagara Krishnadevaraya University must use education as a vehicle for change, for empowerment, and for total emancipation. An intellectual is defined as an air, you take its water, and thank you.
ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಂತುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈಗ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗೀತೆ ಎಸ್ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಫಾತಿಮಾ
विनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे भारत माता की भारत माता की वंदे वंदे
This is regarding this university, which is named after the Emperor Sri Krishnadevaraya, also known as Krishnadevaraya, was an emperor of this Vijayanagara Empire. He, from 1509 to 1529 era, is the third ruler of the Kudava dynasty, presiding over the empire and the Syed. He is regarded as an icon for many Indians. We can build our lives and make it like the Taj Mahal. We can make our lives as famous as the Taj Mahal. The next question is, another view of the Taj Mahal is very famous. It's an icon of India and the whole world. So what nobody sees is the foundation of the Taj Mahal. There is a is a question, which is 57 question, which asks the question, the foundation material of the Taj Mahal is made of A, marble, B, granite, C, sandstone, D, iron. What What is the correct answer? Very good. Next. My foundation stones are made of individuals, institutions, and ideas. First, I owe my success to my parents, Syed. My grandfather, Dada, is Syed Vijay. He is the founder of the Vijay dynasty. Who taught me bravery, courage. This photograph is more than 100 years old. My maternal grandfather called as Nana. His name is Syed. He taught me about morality, spirituality, respecting the others, honoring the others. You can see me, previous one. You can see me here at the age 12. This is coming from this boy. My father said, what I learned from my father is to take good care of the family, to help the extended family, to be frank, to be truthful, to be simple, honest, and really hard. My mother had great wisdom and she had a good eye. My mother never went to school and never had even homeschooling. And she was never taught by any teacher in her life. She had wisdom, vision, and foresight. And the latest research shows that poverty and mother's low education background adversely affects the children's literacy and cognitive abilities. Have you known of this? Next. She taught me when I was 5 years old. She said, if you draw a black line on the white paper, you will get money. What I did several times. I used to write black line on white paper and got no money. What she meant was that I should become an educated person. Second, luckily at that time there was no DGP. DGP is the Director of Police, #1 man in the whole state. Otherwise, she would have raised the bar very high for me to become a DGP. She said, the most important thing is this. She said, the educational level, the socio-economic status should increase from one generation to the next. To me, this is the greatest wisdom of all. You cannot find this in any scripture. Now here I want to recognize people who helped in my life. I told you 3 things: individuals, institutions, and ideas. So here is in the front row is my maternal aunt. Here, and give a picture is here. And when I was 8 years old, my father was transferred from Honorary to Honorary. He got promotion, was posted as Inspector of Police in that place. That place Honorary had no high school. And so my parents left me with my maternal grandparents. And then my maternal aunt, the youngest aunt, took the place of my mother. And she nourished me for 7 years. And also, when I was in senior MSc class, I had financial difficulties and there were no banks to borrow money in those days. So she helped me financially. And you see, the point here is that my father was a Inspector of Police. He could not help me financially to study. And he could not even own a house. So this testifies to what I said earlier about my father. That's it. When I was a teenager, my younger maternal uncle, when I have Hussain Syed, I don't know if it's an audience, he looks like, his son looks like him. When he was young, he was like that. So what he did was that he introduced me to the free Municipal Public Library. It used to be near the Scott Cottage, which is not there now. It was upstairs and one had to climb using a rope. And on the ground floor there was a municipal dispensary. The staff package used to be south of Hyderabad. This library visit sparked my passion for reading and vastly expanded my mental horizons. My first teacher in my life is here. His name is Mari Basappa. He taught me all the subjects at his home in Ballari when I was about 5 years old. I went to school at 5. The first thing he taught me was a prayer, Sanskrit sloka. It says, I remember even today, it says, Om Namah Shivaya Siddham Namah. But some people may object to this or have some apprehension or some type of protest, because as a Muslim boy, why I was initiated into education using this Sanskrit slogan. But let's analyze this slogan. Om. What is the meaning of Om? Does anybody know? Nobody knows. I know. I did a lot of research. Asked many people in Sanatana, but I tell you, Om has many meanings. Many meanings. Next slide shows the analysis. The whole slogan means, I bow down to you, my Lord, the Lord of the universe, one who is absolute in worship, and the going down in Arabic is Pardudu. And Arabic meaning of Om is Bismillah, in the name of God, Ya Rab, my Lord, Rabbul Alamin means Lord of the universe, and As-Samad means the absolute. So the Sanskrit sloka is no different from the Quran. In those days, there were Urdu schools and vernacular schools. There were no Islamic schools. My father was advised that the job prospects after graduating from a vernacular school were very bright compared to Urdu school. So I went to Maribasappa school, and in the audience you see there is another student of Maribasappa, and that is Yamya. At that time I was 10 years old. Yamya is in the audience. Now later in my life I learned Sanskrit as Abu Rayhan al-Biruni did 1000 years ago. And I also learned Arabic, German, Spanish in addition to South Indian languages. Plus I have the Hindi Praveen. There was an exam conducted by the South Achinbar Hindi Prasad Sabha. This was founded by Mahatma Gandhi in 1928. So here I am a teacher, and I say here that Sanskrit is the language of my ancestors. And one should be proud of one's heritage. Here on the right hand side is the figure of al-Biruni, who came to India 1000 years ago. He was about 35 years in 1013. And he wrote the history of India. He lived in India for 8 years. He lived with a Brahmin family. He learned Sanskrit. He translated works of Indian classics into Arabic and Arabic works into Sanskrit. Now, in my teenage years, I happened to read the biography of Adi Shankara. I was influenced both by al-Biruni and Jagadguru Adi Shankaracharya in two Kalimas. You know the meaning of Kalimath? The meaning of Kalimath is a scholar of many subjects. He's a master of many subjects, scholar of many subjects. Yes. I give credit to them for my becoming a Kalimath. I learned a lot from the mistakes of the Adi Shankara Jagadguru. And he was defeated. He lost the title of Jagadguru by an astute woman in what is known as Gupta Jnana. Because he was a brahmachari and celibate, he had no marital life. So the woman defeated him in that part of the knowledge. He did not know what Menaka spot is, which Brahmarishi Vishwamitra means gender hall. New. Now, German gynecologist, he rediscovered research. Here is a picture of Adi Shankar in the center. He was born in the year 788. He died in 820 at the age of 30. He lived just 32 years. He is the founder of the Advaita Vedanta, one of the major schools of Hindu philosophy. Advaita means non-duality. Advaita, non-dualism, is often called monoistic or Tawhid anarchy. It is a system of thought. He had Islamic influence because he says Ekameva Advitiyam Parma, which means the absolute is one alone, but not two. He was born in Maladi, Kerala, and Islam was in Kerala for 150 years before his birth. He is credited for stopping the growth of Buddhism in India. If Adi Shankara was not born, whole of India today would have been Buddhism. The credit goes to him. He put 4 mathas, one in Syed, Karnataka, other in Puri, I married this beautiful lady about 49 years ago for her postgraduate education. She holds the record of the first Muslim daughter of Honorary to hold the embassy degree. And I hold the record too. I was the first Muslim male to marry a first Muslim embassy woman. In our culture, both in Hindu Dharma and Muslims, we always are advised, never marry a woman one day older to you, never marry a woman who is equal to you in education, never marry a woman who is below you. You can always marry GSC or SSLC or no education. Next. So she was instrumental in my going to North America. And what did I learn from my newly married wife? She said, if you can afford to buy it, never borrow it. I thought these are very wise words coming from a very young bride. These are the data. My mentor, Dr. M. Gurdas, was the chairman of radiology in Bangalore Medical College. He retired as the dean of Bangalore Medical College. He passed away 2 years ago. This is the latest photograph at age of 94. He encouraged me to go to USA to achieve my full potential. These are my education institutions. One is my first school, Honorary, and I was an average or below average student at that time. Next, it's called Honorary, now it's called junior college. And then I went to Harvard, and I was an average student there too. Now Dr. G.D. Mugli here in my he was a class machine. I came all the way from Hyderabad to attend this ceremony. And he gave me a tip that I can work in Hyderabad and study, working. That was not possible in Bangalore or anywhere in Karnataka. So he gave me that point. So what motivated me was that I had to pass the exams, serious, practice exams, and also the typing, both stenography and typing. And there was a Ballard District Championship in typing for 100 word floating, and I won that type. Then next, my studies were in Leadership College, Honorary from 1955 to 1960, and I got the first class in BSc, Physics and Math, and ours was the first batch in Leadership College at that time. I have the pleasure to introduce you Professor Satyanarayana Rao, who was an English professor for 4 years. Next, I went to Central College, Bangalore, and I did my master's degree in physical physics. Then I went to Baba University in Bombay, also got a diploma in radial physics in Bombay. Then I went to Canada, I studied at the Dalhousie University, and finally I went to Johns Hopkins University to my doctorate studies in engineering from 1960. Ballard is like a desert, hot climate, and shortage of drinking water. Ballard's educational landscape is also like a desert. The years of education institutions founded by Rao Bahadur, Mahabharata became an oasis. Ballard is recognized as a backward area by the Constitution and Government of India. Ballard Airport has been abandoned for more than the last 100 years. The Muslim community of Ballard is much more backward according to Syed community. Village community had an impact on the lives of Ballari citizens, and my life was shaped by the Madhibasappa as my primary teacher in the college level at the University of College. My alma mater in the United States, the Johns Hopkins University, where you get the breadth and the depth of knowledge. Johns Hopkins Hospital is rated as #1 in the world for 20 specialties. It's still standing #1 for the last 20 years. Here is my lady behind the success. Here in 1972, I got a Doctor of Science degree in nuclear medicine and became the first Indian ever to earn a Doctor of Science degree in nuclear medicine from the prestigious and world-renowned Johns Hopkins University. My children are doing well by the grace of God in their careers. However, my wife does not give credit to them for their achievements. This is my son and that's my daughter. My son is an international radiologist and pain specialist. My daughter is a psychiatrist. She runs the 40-month mental care. Now, my wife argues the following way. She says that their father, that's me, has a doctorate degree from Johns Hopkins. And the mother, their mother, my children's mother, mother, has a business. She says that father is a great role model. That's me. And she says my children have great resources, like resources mean no poverty. They're healthy, they get healthy nutrition, and they have money to buy books, snacks, newspapers, or education tools. And they were raised in an intellectual and academic environment, means in Urdu we call Mahau, that is your neighbor. Now compare that to me. My father completed only 7th standard in Ballari Municipal High School. And I was raised in police lines in Milonpet and in Talapata. That's the place where I was born, Talapata. There is no gang and no one. Our neighbors were skilled workers and small traders, and the children were child laborers because of poverty. And educated Muslims live near Ibliba, called Hadriya Mosque in Ballari. That's all. Few people, teachers, one doctor. We had a Siddiqui manager in University College, he lived there. Halibur Rahman, he lived over lecture there. So very few people lived there. All other places we had no educated Muslims. So for me, there was no role model for me, and I could not emulate and walk in the footsteps of the role model. Next, I had no resources and suffered from chronic vitamin B complex deficiency because I was training so hard in my life. What happens when you do that is the body depletes all the vitamin B. So you develop some diseases. And I did not have any healthy nutrition. Then, hence my wife gives credit to me for all my achievements. And also nobody ever did or predicted about my future. My philosophy is that it's better to get the love of your children and lose the wealth of this world rather than get the wealth of this world and lose the love of your children. So this is a very important message. When asked which is superior, whether knowledge is superior or wealth is superior, whether the Imam Ali gave the following answer. He said, you have to guard your wealth, but knowledge guards you. Therefore, knowledge is better than wealth. When knowledge is distributed, it increases, whereas wealth is distributed, it decreases. So, as such, knowledge is better than wealth. A man of wealth has many enemies, while a man of knowledge has many friends. Therefore, knowledge is better than wealth. Knowledge cannot be stolen, but wealth is constantly exposed to danger of being stolen. So, knowledge is better than wealth. Wealth is limited, knowledge is boundless. You know that knowledge doubles every 5 years. Every 5 years. In 1776, Encyclopedia Britannica was only, I think, 2 volumes. Now it is. So, the knowledge illuminates the mind, while wealth is active blackening, therefore knowledge better than power. So today knowledge is power, and with knowledge you can quite a better also. Different technology, they are creating love, like Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, and all. Knowledge. The secret of success is that a successful life is not how long you live. A successful life is how much you can pack into the time you have and make your life more productive, richer, and more interesting, and you also become more interesting. So these are examples from the lives of Jagadguru Adishakara, who lived for 30 years, Vivekananda lived over 39 years. So your goals, not lower your goals to the level of your abilities, but instead raise your abilities to the height of your goals. To the students who are present here, I say, measure your success not by wealth and fame, but how successfully you solve your problems. You cannot always get what you want. Do your best, no matter what the outcome is, that is success. To be able to stand tall amidst adversity, to live your convictions, and know that your actions and beliefs have transformed the lives of others. This should be a humbling and enriching. So 5 things we cannot change. This was given by David Bishop. He says, number 1, everything changes at the end. 2, things do not always go according to your plan. 3, life is not always fair. 4, pain is part of life. And last one, people are not loving or loyal to you all the time. So summary of my life's achievements are, number 1, I'm the first in my family that dynasty to graduate from high school to earn an undergraduate, graduate, doctorate degree, and finally the great honor of receiving an honorary doctorate degree from here, Vijayanagara, my hometown, because they always say 30-40 is all for us. So from municipal high school to Johns Hopkins University is a great achievement, and from MSc nuclear physics to DSc nuclear medicine, a great achievement. And lastly, most importantly, is from poverty to prosperity.
To USA was wonderful, and all our students, I think. Ask one question.
Sure.
Very wonderful background. I was not knowing this one, that you are, even though your community is a Muslim, but you have studied the Hindu philosophy and everything else. There is no discrimination between the Muslim and the Hindu. But however, if you look at the present scenario of India, where there is a going on, that is the distinction between, we are talking about secularism, but real secularism is not taking place. And everybody, that is, not the academicians or not the intellectuals are discriminating or between Hindu and Muslim. But the other motives have made them to differentiate and separation in India rather than unity. How do you feel?
The first dividing thing is the political motive to get into power, fundamental power in India. Secondly, the way I did study the other religions, it is a lack of understanding or ignorance of each other. See, we have been compartmentalized in our religions. You don't know my religion, I don't know your religion. See, the solution is an ignorance first. In the United States, from high school to the university, you have the option to study other religions. You get credit for that. So if you want to study Islam, it's available. And there are professors who teach Islam, even though they may not be Muslim professors, there are Jewish professors who teach Islam. And if you want to study Hinduism, it's available, Buddhism. So we get credit. It is something called the credit. I think in India also we have credit system. They say if you want to get a bachelor's degree, you should acquire say 130 credits. It doesn't matter how you get it. You don't need to study physics or mathematics. You can study other subjects too. I've been telling this morning also that the greatness of the United States is that a musician who plays music can become a physician, which is not possible in any country in the world. How is it possible? Because they say, we don't care what your background is, whether it's Australian, female, what religion, I don't care. I want you to pass the MCAT exam, which is medical college admission test, and you get high score. Then you are admitted. It doesn't matter whether a musician, whatever you are. So, like that, we have to introduce subjects and religion here. We are a secular country, we have to give the rights to our students to study and know other subjects. And we need to also have what is called interfaith meetings. You know, we should have communication like this, we have to have assembly and talk. Problems like you have raised, wonderful. I am very happy to raise this problem. So we need to discuss this. If we used to have political values, why not we have this understanding values? You know, that binds, strengthens our civilness and citizenship. So it is very important to introduce courses right from high school to college, university level to understand how different religions. It's a lack of understanding, misunderstanding. Actually, the politicians or somebody will tell these people are so bad, they talk bad things about both religions. So that creates what is called disgust. And and it's not good. We need to understand and catch up and get strengthened. We're all one, my ancestors, the mother tongue was in Sanskrit.
In fact, I was privileged to hear your lectures, the success behind your life. But at the same time, I have some reservations when you did spoke about the religious aspect here. And you mentioned that Adi Shankaracharya he was responsible to see that India would not become a Buddhist country. Sir, I will say that today the entire world is looking towards Buddha. So therefore, what Shankaracharya did during this time is the greatest mistake that even today India is suffering. In the world, I would justify that the scientific temperament was bestowed by none other than Buddha. And today, every individual should talk about Prabhupada and rationality. And Shankaracharya was not for rationality. The entire philosophical background of Hindu religion, from starting from Advaita to Dvaita, Dvaita to Visishta Advaita, from Visishta Advaita to Shakti Visishta Advaita, it is not. But ultimately what Buddha was preached to become a man, as a man. So that is the essence of any philosophical religion. So given this reality, I would not accept that what Shankaracharya did about Buddhism, it was a religious classification, not for the strengthening of the individual, strengthening of the rational mind. This is my observation.
You have made some pertinent points here, but I would say that Adi Shankaracharya was a very learned scholar, okay? And he had a passion for his religion. And Buddha wanted to know the truth. So he found the truth. Adi Shankara found the truth also. So if you go back to the ancient scripture of Hinduism, like the Vedas, what we practice as Hinduism is not what Vedas says. You know, there is no idol worship in Hinduism according to Vedas. The mantras we have, the shlokas we have are universal in nature. So what happens is here plays the second law of thermodynamics. And physics that I tell you what second law of thermodynamics is. What it says second law of thermodynamics means As time passes, the chaos or disturbances increases. So in religion also happens. As time passes, in religion people introduce new concepts which are not there in the scriptures. Now you have to follow them because these are authority. As a religious authority, and you have not studied scripture, you don't know. So you obey the person in authority. So that way, what we know Hinduism is not what Vedas say. And our mistake is, we do not know Sanskrit. We do not read the Vedas and we think the Purohit, he knows all the things. And whatever he says, okay. And same thing applies to Islam. Whatever Maulana says, we accept because we never go back to the Quran and understand and see whether he's telling the right or not. So it's very true in all Christianity, in all religions. So this is what the problem is. It applies the second law of thermodynamics. So you can connect it by putting energy. Meaning, you need to study the scripture, the original stuff. Then you'll understand whether Adi Shankara was right or wrong. So your Buddha himself was a Hindu person. You know what? He was Hindu. Just like Jesus was a Jew. So the times, the environment and time changes. In every sphere, political, scientific, religious, will change. So we need to adapt according to that. You see, I tell you, my religion, 1934, this microphone was haram, it's forbidden. They cannot use it to call to pray. And it was there for some time. Now you go to every mosque, you will be hearing the adhan from loudspeaker. See, in the beginning people protest. They don't want to adapt to the modern technology. So in this context, I need to commend our Vice Chancellor, Professor Vijayanagara, because he is allowing me to use this modern technology. This is a progressive university science. So, congratulations to you and I commend you for that. So there's a lot of things to talk about.
It is an honor. This university should be honored. Well, sir, you have observed that you have more philosophy than science. In this case, I have a question. The whole world is looking for nuclear power, and many countries want to shut down. Like Germany is coming, and Japan also want to.
Right.
So India is making its progress to have a nuclear identity. The world that today we have such a vast experience of bringing nuclear power, and we are also going for nuclear fuel. So what's your opinion whether the world is survive?
It's fine, no problem. But you see, you have to see that the problem is the location in what is called Fukuyama, where the reactor was there in Japan. Unfortunately, there was a tsunami, earthquake, a tsunami, then it destroyed the nuclear reactors. Then a lot of radioactive was released, people died. So it was an unfortunate thing. So what we have to do is it is called, proactivity. Proactivity means that anticipate the problems. And then see where we are putting nuclear reactors in India, we have to see how problems can be created. The problem can be created by earthquake, by hurricanes, by terrorism, a lot of anti-national elements. They can do all this. So we have to anticipate this and plan according to that. For example, I give a knife, you can use it to cut an apple, or you can use it to kill somebody. So it is not to slaughter the nuclear reactor. It is our wisdom to locate in a safe, secure place. That's the main part. At the same time, we need to see alternate fuels like the sun, the wind, and there is something very beautiful coming up. It's called hydrogen fuel cells, which means you take water, take that into hydrogen, oxygen, you burn the hydrogen to run your vehicles, the hydrogen burns becomes water. It's very safe, no environmental pollution. That's where our engineering students should do and develop this hydrogen cell technology. And when that comes, we don't need the petrol. And you see, the global warming is happening because of the car. In India, when I came 8 years ago, there was one car parked in front of my friend's house. Today I go, everything is parked. I heard each house has 4 cars. So in China, for example, the most polluted city is Beijing. There are so many cars, there are a lot of them now. So we have to consider all this, global warming is harming us. So we need to go through this meteorological cycle. There is a problem, we have a solution also. There is a saying, if there is a problem, there is a solution. Except one thing. You know what that one thing is? Death. Except that, we have solutions to all problems. So we need to, plan properly, save and say good things. Solutions are there, alternatives. So I hope you got the point. That's good.
Well, normally but we have a continuous relationship. I don't want to talk anything good about he has already presented My point is coming to this university, which actually I admire and congratulate the Vice Chancellor for honoring the person. Now we have seen what is the background. I think it is not education, it is not what to get what highest position and make a lot of money and all those together, they complement each other. To protect power, you have money to allow the power. So we are not, we have education institution, and I am sure all the young students who are talking about the Vice Chancellor, we are grateful to him, really honor in Ballari, the step. This is great. Nowadays, people, what I have seen, have over 8 countries in the world. And I have been going many countries have been attending. I don't want to talk about myself, but that also again, luckily we have booked together, all together we share our ideas. But what I am talking about, you friends here, my students, they are all future great teachers, leaders and also. So, Dr. I would like to, all you see how they are progress, anybody can do. There is nothing limited to anyone, not education, your willpower. We have two high schools, we never talk, it was high school. That time the Madras High School was being certified for us. So it's a Madras presidency. Understand, outside in the Amaravati school where I studied, I belong to Hyderabad, but I come from Hyderabad, Madras, I come as Nizam state, and this was Madras state. So I could not come for a river and come 30 but we used to, instead of coming 9 o'clock, we used to come 7 o'clock, run and beat him and go to school at 9 or 10:30 school to play. Our interest was to play. He liked half race, to learn half race, we used to go to donkeys to the point to enjoy. So how to learn first, see the film. We used to go to a lot of morning shows, escape the class, morning shows. So when telling all this, anybody can be anything afterwards. You should have a inside willpower. Decide yourself. Don't go by this person place that is within you. I think all that you see, and I am sure you take the best out of that. Give all the other things, it's not required. That throw in the exhibition, we get a lot of brochures. We see the sometimes you fold it, we throw in the dustbin. So what you don't need, take what is good, which inspires you, which makes you, which you can help the society and the university of this university particularly, and the university, and where I think wonderful. I should really encourage all you, and tomorrow you are the best future students of this university. Please bring the best name to this university by hard work. I don't hard work. Take a passion. When you play the game, you don't see the watch. When a bad teacher is teaching, you see the watch. When the bill will run. When the bill runs, when should I get out? No. When another man gives a good lecture, you don't want to walk out. Because he says, let the delay the bell. Right? Please let the delay bell and improve. I want to say one word to Dr. Ibrahim. Please tell what they have. How you inspired? I know there are a lot of things they have read. They are going to already inspired. Give a what suggestion or recommendation you make for the 1, 2, 3 points. What? 1, 2, 3.
Number 1 point is you have ambition. You have ambition. And secondly, you should set your goals in life. Thirdly, you should work hard. And there are a lot of disappointments in life. but you should pursue your goals, no matter what the circumstances are. So you should be bent on following your goals. I'll take some practical examples. When 100 people start business, 99 fail. Only one will be successful. So that's very true and real. So when you have the goals, also have put some alternate goals too. If this is not successful, go to plan B. So like that, you have to have an alternate goal. For example, take the real practical goal. You want to do MBBS, but you don't get that. What is the next one? Dental. And next, like that, there are alternatives. So don't waste your time applying for MBBS, and you will be old man. So we have to have practical goals also. And a lot of disappointments, but pursue. Here is the example of Abraham Lincoln, the President of the United States. He did everything he failed. And finally he became United States President. He will study his life history. He was a failure. If there is an Indian woman, she won't marry him. Because he is failure. So we need to pursue. Persistent, have patience, do hard work, and also have to quote the Gita that do your job, give the result to God. The best thing the Gita says. So don't be disappointed. And also I tell you one story about Vijayanagara. After my MS in nuclear physics, I came to Vijayanagara and I was a demonstrative lecturer. And after the month of March, I was laid off, means no job. They told me you will not get salary for April and May. Then you will get salary in June. They hired me. If they did not lay me off at that time, I would have retired as professor of physics in Vijayanagara College. Now, what happened is, since I don't have money, my father retired 6 months before me. I need to have money to survive, to sustain. So I was looking at the how water business sector. So what I mean is this, in our philosophy we say whatever happens for good. See, if Vijayanagara College did not do that, if they continue to hire me, I would have retired as professor of physics. But if they did not hire me, then I have to see alternate ways and do the water business. That was very instrumental for my career. But 1 year ago. So that's how the life is. Do not be disappointed, don't trust for anything wrong happens. In my own life, I married a lady, as I told you, and my father has two conditions. One is that I am not going to give you dowry. I am not going to give you dowry, number one. Number two is, you must get a job in Bangalore. After Bhavata Research Center training, the Bhavata Research Center observes you as a scientific officer. But I had to come with a less than half salary to, as a trainee I got 300 rupees at the time. My salary returned after 250 rupees. I had to sacrifice. And then what happened was that because of my experience in Victor Hospital, I was the first medical physicist in Karnataka state as a medical physicist. Because of my experience, and there was a demand in the world for my job. So I got so many jobs without interview. See how the fate goes around to make use of adversity into opportunity. So that's a good saying of Shakespeare. Before my professor here, the good are the users of adversity. That's what Shakespeare says. Adversity is difficulty. So always they say there is a silver lining of the dark cloud. Like a hope. And pursue your goals. Disappointed. If you fail, that's what I tell them. If you fail, take another time. If you fail, take another time. So there are historical events, if you see, history of India, so many kings failed and failed and failed. But it's a secret. Like Abraham Lincoln, he failed, but he didn't fail. So that's a great lesson.
We ask you one last question.
Sure.
Doctor, no, I can, my voice can be heard by.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Golden days, golden days.
You told me about some 6 years ago that Vijayanagara offered you a job here And he said, what should I do? I have done nuclear medicine, there is no scope here at all. Is that true? What is the scope now for nuclear medicine in India?
It is improving state, but we need still. I'm going to give a lecture for VIPS, Vijayanagara medicine tomorrow on nuclear cardiology. My specialist is nuclear cardiology. See how I get things from physics to nuclear cardiology. So, for nuclear cardiology, we need two things. What I'm telling nuclear cardiology is that if there is a heart attack, we have to find out whether it is real heart attack or not. Because if they are not put the patient to trouble, but to cardiac catheter, we have to put a kicker in the heart and see and the blood and block it off. Before that, we have to find out what is called non-invasive study, which means you do not touch the patient. You put the camera here, you inject a dye, radiative material, and it goes to heart and tells you whether this patient has heart attack or not. So that is called non-invasive imaging. So for that, we have to have what is called a SPECT camera. SPECT stands for single photon emission tomography. You can see the slice of the organ from non-touching the patient. That's one thing. Secondly, we need what is called positron emission tomography. For PET scan, this is CAT and X-rays, but we have SPECT scan and PET scan. I have to see what we have in VIMS and tomorrow and tell you what we have. So these are very important instrumentation or modalities to be equal to diagnostic test.
Have you got any ideas for coming back to India and helping India?
Good question. I did already. I think it was not mentioned in the introduction. I am an expert in nuclear medicine for the International Atomic Energy Agency. They sent me to development countries like India. And there is one United Nations government program, UNDP. And the program, I came to India for 2 months. I was in AIMS, the #1 medical college in the country. And then I went to Syed hospital in Lucknow. Then I was in Kidwai Cancer Hospital in Bangalore. So I was there in different places for 2 months. So I saw India. And I was also suffering in India directly or indirectly. I don't need to physically present with the email. I am as close to you. Because I take a good example. My friends, my MSc classmates are in Bangalore, I say them now. I talk to them on the phone. I talk to them, do you meet our other classmates? They say no. Because it takes 3 hours to go from one place to another. It's discouraging. So I'm as good as staying in Bangalore, Madhya, United States. I can communicate with them. Now I have something called Skype. I can talk to them on video. You know the Skype? You know Skype? So, now the distance is not a problem. What I want to charge the students here is today it is possible to come to India in 90 minutes. Take the rocket, 45 minutes, come down 45 minutes. I can come from United States in 90 minutes. I want the students to develop a technology for the spaceship to go into space 20 minutes, come back to India 40 minutes. I want to come back. How do you work?
When do you plan to come back to this college, this university? That's why. As I visited Professor something like that,
Yes. Always, he can always come to our university. Always.
We are warm-hearted man.
Thank you, Syed. ವಿಶ್ವೀಯರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹದಾಯಕ ಮಾತುಗಳು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ಹುರಿದುಂಬಿಸಿವೆ. ಅವರು ಅಮೆರಿಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಭಾರತವನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ರೀತಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಅವರು ಎನ್ರಿಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು. ಈಗ ಐಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಸರ್ವ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್. ಐಟಿ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮುಕ್ತಾಯವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.